You're doing everything right, and you still feel like you're falling behind. You're making progress. You're even proud of what you've built, and still you look at your life and think, why doesn't this feel like enough? And the strange part? Nothing has to go wrong for that feeling to show up. Sometimes what changes isn't your life, it's what you're measuring it against. And when that reference point changes, the exact same life can feel completely different. Imagine winning the lottery, not someday, today. You'd expect your happiness to be much higher. But here's the twist. Researchers asked people who had won the lottery how happy they were. Their happiness wasn't measurably higher than people who'd never won anything. The money was still there. Nothing had been taken away. But then something strange happened. The ordinary things, having breakfast, talking with a friend, getting a compliment. The same small pleasures people normally enjoy weren't bringing the winners quite as much pleasure. What changed wasn't everything around them, it was the level they were measuring it against. Psychologist Harry Helson called this an adaptation level, a reference point for what starts to feel normal. And once that level moves, the same thing can feel completely different. What used to feel like a lot can start to feel ordinary. What used to feel like enough can start to feel less. And you don't need to win the lottery for this to happen. Sometimes, the hardest person to measure up to is you, the younger you. Tuesday morning, second period, your name is called. You're one of the few students being pulled out of class because you scored at the top again. Your parents are proud. Your teachers remember you. People tell you you're going somewhere. You really were that kid. But childhood promises don't come with an expiration date. They just turn into quiet pressure. You might think you're chasing your future. You're actually carrying the expectations of your past. Years later, you have a good job. You're competent. You pay your bills. You're doing objectively fine. And still, something feels off. I thought I'd be further along by now. Because somewhere in your head, the old version of you is still the measuring stick. A promotion that should feel exciting? Expected. An above-average salary? Just taken for granted. A life other people would be grateful for? Somehow, still not enough.
Nothing was taken from you. The problem was never what you have. You just never stopped measuring yourself against a version of you frozen in time. And suddenly, doing well can feel like falling behind. That's the cruel part. You don't have to fail to feel like a failure. But sometimes the standard isn't behind you, it's waiting for you. It's a Sunday, and you're helping a friend move. You came to help them celebrate. They're excited. You're excited for them. Then you walk into the new place. The keys are on the counter, the boxes are still everywhere, but you can already see it. This is their next chapter. And for a second, you're genuinely happy for them. And something changes. Not in the room, in you. A thought you didn't invite suddenly lands. The career that isn't where you thought it would be. The house you haven't bought. The relationship that didn't happen on schedule. Nobody told you were late. There's no official deadline. And yet, somewhere in your head, the deadline feels real. Psychologist E. Torrey Higgins called this kind of gap a self-discrepancy. We don't just carry a picture of who we are, we carry pictures of who we want to be and who we believe we should be. And the feeling can be different depending on which version of yourself you're falling short of. Falling short of what you want can feel like sadness. You just feel completely deflated. Falling short of what you should be can feel like anxiety. Your chest tightens.
You start worrying. You feel guilty. Not because someone actually punished you, because somewhere in your head, you broke a rule. And the cruel part, your phone keeps reminding you of the rules. Someone your age just got engaged. Someone 1 year older just bought a house. Someone 2 years younger just made VP. Your phone didn't create the standard. It just keeps putting that standard in front of you. And when you see it often enough, it starts to feel less like someone else's life
and more like where you should be. That's how the standard gets louder, without you even noticing. So, should you get rid of the standard? No, because some of those standards are yours. You genuinely want the career. You genuinely want the relationship. You genuinely want the life you're working toward. The problem isn't wanting more. It's turning "I'm not there yet" into "something is wrong with me."
So the problem isn't that you have standards. It's what happens when you use those standards to judge your worth. Think about what we just went through. The lottery winners didn't lose anything. Their reference point changed. You might be comparing today to the ghost of your best self. You might be comparing where you are to who you felt you ought to be. Or you might be comparing your raw behind the scenes to someone else's polished highlight reel. Different measuring sticks, same result. You can be doing fine and still feel like you're falling behind. But feeling behind isn't proof that you're behind. Feeling like you're not enough isn't proof that you aren't. You can still want more. You can still have goals. A standard can tell you where you want to go. It doesn't get to tell you what you're worth. So here's the question. What have you been measuring yourself against? And if you want more videos that help you understand why you feel the way you do, subscribe. I'll see you in the next one.